Welcome to Cycles of Evolution. In today's fast-paced world with everything speeding up, we forget to be in the present moment. And when we realize we can't outrun our past and we can't fast forward into our future, we feel lost in a place we don't always like. The only place anything can actually change is right here. This breath, this second, this version of you. Today we're talking about the struggle we all move through, how being present, being honest with ourselves and actually listening to our body, our breath shifts everything. How it changes the way we treat our children, our spouses, our pets, and the people around us, and even the way we speak to and treat ourselves. This powerful practice of being present is where everything starts. When our mind is in the past, we become stuck. When our mind is in the future, we become overwhelmed. But the breath pulls us right back into that one place where we have any power at all, the now. Being present doesn't mean you feel good all the time. It just means you feel what's actually happening instead of fighting or ignoring it. When you slow down and breathe, your reactions soften. Feel your emotions instead of wrestling them. Notice the tension in your chest, the tightness in your stomach, and the thoughts you keep repeating. The people around you feel it too. When you become present and have awareness, your children feel safer, your partner feels your steadiness, even your animals respond differently. Presence changes the entire atmosphere without you forcing anything. We can't move forward until we accept where we are. We can't evolve from a version of ourselves that we are still rejecting. Real change starts with self-acceptance. Not the pretty kind, but the honest kind. This is where I am right now, and I'm willing to meet myself here. That simple moment of honesty creates more momentum than any amount of pushing or pretending. Growth isn't comfortable. Sometimes it feels a little messy. Sometimes it feels like you're peeling away old layers that don't want to go. But that's part of the process. Here are a few examples to consider. A parent who admits they're tired can finally rest and reconnect instead of snapping. Someone dealing with anxiety makes more progress by softening their inner voice, not by just forcing themselves to get over it. A person wanting change moves faster when they stop beating themselves up for not already being where they need to be or where they think they need to be. Or maybe you don't feel like you're good enough to start something because you have self-doubt from past experiences. Start anyway, right here, right now. Acceptance doesn't trap you. It stabilizes you so that you can actually move forward. The resistance is the internal tension we feel when we don't want to accept what's happening in the present moment. It's not wrong, it's simply a natural response when something feels uncomfortable, frightening, or unfamiliar. Resistance often sounds like, I don't want this, this shouldn't be happening, why is this happening to me? I need this to be different before I can feel okay. It shows up in the body as tight shoulders, clenched jaw, shallow breathing, agitation, heaviness, avoidance. Resistance is the body and mind trying to protect you, but it can also trap you in struggle. For example, someone feels stuck in a job that drains them. Every morning they wake up and think, I can't do this anymore. I hate this job. I shouldn't be here. Their body tightens, their breath shortens, their mind spirals. Nothing has changed in the moment, but the internal war they're fighting makes the moment a lot heavier. This internal pushing against instead of noticing the reality of the moment is resistance. Their energy is going into fighting the situation instead of responding to it. When they shift to presence, it sounds more like, I don't enjoy this role right now, but this is where I am. I can meet myself with honesty and calm while I figure out the next step. Acceptance is not agreeing or settling. It's just simply releasing the internal fight long enough to think clearly and breathe again. Why resistance matters. Resistance is the reason people feel stuck. You can't move from a place you're actively fighting. But the moment you acknowledge it without judgment, the moment you soften the internal tension, you gain the clarity and strength needed to take the next step. Not because the situation has changed, but because you stopped fighting yourself. It's like pushing against a locked door. Imagine you're standing in front of a heavy locked door. You push and push, but it won't budge. The more you push, the more frustrated you become. Your arms grow tired and your mind races with questions and anger. Now, imagine instead that you step back and take a deep breath. You notice the door is locked and you acknowledge it. Without frustration, you might look around and see there's another way, or wait for the right key. In that moment, you stop fighting the door, you begin to see options. You conserve your energy and you open up to new possibilities. This is what it means to move from resistance to presence. Instead of pushing against what can't be changed, you open yourself to what can be changed. Our body speaks to us constantly. Most of us don't listen until it's yelling. I need water, which I do. I need food, I need sleep, I need rest, and of course, I need movement. When you're drowning in the past, your mind and body stay in defense mode. When you're too far ahead in the future of the what ifs, creating needless stories, and stories is all they are because nothing has happened yet, you stay in fantasy mode. Neither state allows for growth. Honoring the past doesn't mean carrying it. It means accepting it and letting it go because you can't change it. Honoring the future doesn't mean living in it. It means welcoming every experience as it is. Every day is a reset. Every breath is a new beginning. Being present is right here, right now. Keeping a close watch on your thoughts, actions, and words. Your repeated thoughts or words become your direction. What you practice in your mind becomes the life that you live. So try to set intentions each day by choosing to move from the head to the heart instead of running the old stories in your mind. You may say today, I choose to respond instead of react. I'm giving myself space to breathe before I speak or take action. Start with a few deep breaths. You don't have to have everything all figured out. You just need to be willing to be here in this moment. When you stop fighting yourself, things begin to shift. When you breathe, your emotions settle for clarity to rise. And when you accept where you are, the next step appears on its own and you are in the flow. I am so grateful you hit that thumbs up button and shared and subscribed. Let's stay connected and thank you for watching.